Hey everybody, so it's Josh here from JVC Kenwood, and today we're talking about our brand new product category that we're just launching called Direct Replacement. Now if you haven't heard about this yet, let me give you a good idea of what's going on here. Now in today's market, when we look at cars and how those cars have evolved, we've started to notice a trend. Manufacturers have worked us out of the dash. They've made it almost impossible to be able to replace those factory components with the aftermarket components that have better benefits, right? That's what we're doing here today. We're talking about a new product category where we have found a way to make that happen with our partners at iDatalink Maestro. They've launched a new product category called the APX, and we've launched our new category, Direct Replacement. Now, this is somewhat of a foreign concept to what we currently see in the aftermarket replacement solutions. Traditionally, we've had products that we had to modify the vehicle to get those products into it, right? We make the radio fit the car. In this case, what we've done is we've designed direct replacements that go into those factory component spots. So whenever you take a dash apart and you notice that the radio chassis may be lower in the dash, but the receiver screen is higher in the dash, or in some applications, the brains of the operation have actually moved to kick panels or behind glove boxes, whatever the case may be, that's where these factory components go. We achieve that through the unique bracket system that iDatalink Maestro has designed within their APX category by offering specific brackets that help our products to fit into those factory locations. Now, this product category is going to be packed with all the goodies from any of our top tier model products. So we're going to be seeing features like wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. We'll have wireless screen mirroring for your Android customers. In some vehicles that you'll see on this compatibility list, you may look at them and think there's already solutions that exist, but I want to tell you why ours is different. With a lot of those solutions that exist, as the original manufacturer of the car has continued to integrate things into those areas, the solutions require you to purchase big plastic dash kits and a lot more materials that are already in the car, but they have to revamp that and reformat that for features like climate control, for example. In some cases, they may even have to have the receiver go from the top of the dash down to the lower portion while they add a new LCD panel at the top. Those kits can get very costly. What's really great about this is since it's all going to those factory locations and the Maestro APX kits are just metal brackets that put these into those places, you get to keep all those controls. You don't have to spend all that money on a big piece of plastic that you already have because it's already in the car. Now, in the 8-inch solution, it's all going to work this way. But we did a little bit more research and we found that Maestro actually had the ability to create a unique bracket system for a 10-inch screen that a lot of our customers already know and love. We found a way to reformat that to expand that vehicle compatibility list. So if we look at cars that have like a factory 4-inch screen in them, or a 5-inch, or an 8.4 that we find in a lot of our Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep vehicles, through this bracket system, we actually have the ability to take that 10-inch and put it right on top of the dash. Again, not requiring you to purchase big plastic kits, but instead just having small metal brackets that come out and then our 10-inch screen goes over it. So if you're looking for more of the OEM factory fit, our 8-inch solution is the go-to. But in some of those applications that require the smaller screen sizes that we don't have an 8-inch screen that can fit into, right? 4-inch, 8-inch, a little bit of a difference. So in those cases, that's where our 10-inch floating screen comes in to save the day. It'll still maintain all of your factory controls, which is something that's really great in both the 8-inch and the 10-inch side of our direct replacement category. So whenever you change this product out, it doesn't change how you interact with the dash of your car. So there's not as much of a learning curve through this process because when you're done with the installation, it works the exact way it did before you pulled your factory stuff out and put aftermarket products in the place of it. Now, something else that's really cool about this is it'll have a lot of the advanced features. So if we're looking for 4 camera inputs, for example, this will have 4 camera inputs. When you pair that up with the Maestro module that's required for this installation, in a lot of applications, that'll even work natively like it would in an OEM environment. So say, for example, you hit your left blinker, the Maestro module then triggers the left camera to open up natively on the receiver screen, which I think is a really cool feature. So I mentioned Apple CarPlay and Android Auto being wireless in this, but what I didn't tell you earlier is that we've actually changed that up a little bit. So now we've added split screen function that will exist inside of those sources. What's really cool about that is it'll allow you access to other sources while maybe using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto for navigation. So say, for example, you want to listen to the HD radio that's also found in this product. You can set that as your source in the split screen side of this while using Apple Maps or Google Maps natively in the source that you've got your phone connected for. Something else that's really unique is if you had any experience with JVC products, you've probably heard us talk about gesture touch control. Now, traditionally, that hasn't been able to work inside of Apple CarPlay or Android Auto because that's their software that we're not allowed to override. However, with the split screen function integrated into that, you now have the ability to use gesture touch control in that portion of the screen. Now, keeping in mind that the way this product installs, it looks factory whenever the product's off. But when it powers up, you notice that the screen is actually an enhanced resolution as opposed to what the OEM screens traditionally are. So in both our 8-inch and our 10-inch models, these are going to be full HD resolution. So whether you're viewing HD cameras that are running into these or your factory OEM camera, in addition to any other source, you're going to have a brighter, more vibrant display sitting in the dash looking like your factory screen, but with those improvements we like to see on the aftermarket side. So that's the general overview of our new direct replacement category. If you thought there was not a radio replacement solution for your car, the great news is, now there is. Thanks for watching.